Hi guys, Royal Tanker back again. Where we last left off last week, we did my video on the Military Tempestus Codex, which I've seen a couple of people viewed it, and a few people left some comments. So thank you for those who left comments and liked the video. This week, well, in this video today, we are looking at what I just got 2 or 3 days ago, is the Devastator Marines. Now, I do remember doing the Centurion Devastator squad. Now, you may be wondering, why did I get these guys? It's simply because, for one, they get one extra weapon, rather than the Centurions, they only get 3. They're slightly cheaper in points, and they're just a little bit of a difference maker, more or less. So if I don't want Centurions at hand, but I want more stuff down on the table, then I'll probably take these guys over the Centurions, just because the Centurions are just too expensive and they're only good at certain things. So that's possibly my reason. So what have I done? Well, I've straight up bought 2 squads of Devastators. How much do you wonder? They're £28 each, so yeah. What you get in the box is you get 2 of every heavy weapon. So you get 2 missile launchers, 2 grav cannons, 2 las cannons, 2 plasma, 2 multi-melter, 2 heavy bolters, and 2 las cannons. I think I said, well, 2 of every heavy weapon, apart from heavy flamers. And I think that's it, just heavy flamers. But since I got 2 boxes, I technically have 4 each weapon now. So that's why I've gone for this sort of thing here. So first up is this squad at the front. This is the squad sergeant, who I've given a bolt gun and an auspex scanner, just in case any enemies decide to get close to this squad, so that they can drop a cover save. Because the reasoning behind this is because I've got one slightly cheap squad, and then one squad that's almost as close to the Devastator Centurions, but not as much. So for this squad, I've got the Sergeant, obviously there. I've gone for 4 missile launchers. Now the reason because I've gone for 4 missile launchers is because I have no AA. Just simple as, I have no anti-air. So I did 2 little separate bits to my army list, where I've written up how many points it is without upgrading to flak missiles, and then I just added on with flak missiles. So I've done 2 little separate lines, more or less. Excuse me. So that's my 4 guys with missile launchers, which I believe came to roughly 140 points for just missile launchers with no upgrades. Okay, 145 because the auspex scanner's 5 points. But 170, 180 for flak missiles equipped. So that's a cheap little squad, so I can fire 4 crack, or 4 frag, or 4 flak missiles if I wish. Then at the back here, I already thought out a plan, which I'm not going to reveal, just because if any of my opponents watch this, then it might ruin my plan a little bit. Well, actually, it doesn't actually matter, because they'll already find out when I play the game. But my reasoning behind this is because I'm planning to scrap my Reclesium Command Squad. Now, I do remember I said I was going to keep the Reclesium Command Squad formation, but I just decided not bother with it, because it's good, but it's just not really effective. So the reasoning behind this is because with grav cannons, I always have a problem trying to get them up close. So with a spare Razorback, what I can do is I can put this squad in the Razorback, charge it forward, disembark these guys at within 24 inches, and then just shoot away with grav cannons. So I've got my sergeant here, who I've given a chainsword. No real upgrade there, it's free. Then I've given him a grav pistol, so he's roughly the same as the squad. So So pretty much this is an all grav squad. So that's my sergeant. And then we'll pick up this guy, why not? And then this is the grav cannon, which I will freely admit was a bit annoying with this arm, because in the instructions it'll say one certain bit should be attached to here, which is like number 78, a number 78 arm. Do not do number 78, because it'll just make it bad. The real arm that you're looking for is arm 104 or 105. You should be able to see it because it's got this little thumb bit hanging over the top of it, pretty much making it look like the guy's gripping the gun. So if you keep a lookout for this arm with the little thumb here, then that's the arm that you give to the grav cannons. Now these grav cannons do come with grav amps, so you don't really pay as much, because I think, if I remember in points, grav cannons with grav amps is 35 points each, whilst with the Devastation tunes, since they're already quite expensive, they're 25 points each. So yeah, but thankfully they don't cost as much, only by about 20 or 30 points, because for this squad here it's about 220 roughly, give or take. But it gives a bit more flavour to the army, just for a bit of change, because I kind of needed a bit of change, and that I kind of wanted some Devastator Marines. Points value, the Devastator squad is 70 points. For 5 guys, they've all got bolt guns, bolt pistols, frag and crack grenades. The sergeant gets Signum, so that's something. If you don't know what Signum is, pretty much, instead of the sergeant firing, you can make one of your heavy weapons men go from ballistic skill 4 to BS5, so you can hit on 2s rather than 3s. I think that's how it works. So say I use Signum on this guy, my sergeant wouldn't fire because this guy would have Signum, so pretty much he'll go from BS4 to BS5, so he'll be able to hit targets much easier. And you can do this once every turn. So you could do Signum once, wait for the next turn, Signum again. So that's pretty good, I kind of like that. It may include up to 5 additional space marines. Now, word of warning, do not give, if you're going to get these other 5 marines, don't give them heavy weapons. Just because only 4 men in the squad are allowed heavy weapons. Everybody else has to have a bolt gun. Because in the lore, if I understand it, the other 5 men, depending how many you want, are spotters for the heavy weapons men. So that's how it works in the lore. So remember, if you're going to have these as full 10-man squads, don't give the other 5 marines heavy weapons. Because for 1, it's not legal, and 2, it's just probably going to be too many points. Even though it may sound good, just don't do it, because it's not in the rules. It's not allowed, more or less. It's just not allowed. Because it even says it here, up to 4 space marines may take heavy weapons from the heavy weapons list. The sergeant can be upgraded to a veteran for 10 points. The Space Marine Sergeant may take any items from the melee weapons or the ranged weapons. The Sergeant may take a melter bomb, and the unit can select a drop pod, a rhino, a razorback as a dedicated transport. So that's my reasoning behind this. Well, I hope this was useful. Next video, I think I may do some tactical marines, or I may look at some other different things here and there. But this was the Devastator squad. I hope this was useful. Leave a like, comment and subscribe down below if you like these videos. And enjoy the rest of your day. Roll Tanker out.